Hi Leo, thank you for joining me for your May general read. Please remember that this is general, so it's not going to resonate for everyone, and that includes the cross-watchers. Please switch the energies around if it applies, but never try and force a timeline to fit. If it's not your story this time, then it's absolutely okay to just leave it be. Because it's a general read, you'll normally find that the bits that are not hitting the mark for you are actually part of someone else's timeline. Okay, so Leo Collective, please, for me. Okay, so Leo, the zodiacs that I can see in your read, you've got Moon in Sagittarius with your Nine of Wands. You've got Cancerian energy with the Chariot. You've got Libra energy with the Justice. Your Knight of Cups is Pisces energy. The Empress is Venus, so that's Earth energy. Your King of Coins is Taurus energy. The Sun, that's Sun, so it's fire energy. The Four of Cups is Moon in Cancer energy. The Knight of Wands is Sagittarius energy. And then you've got Pisces energy with your Eight of Cups. Sagittarius energy with your Ten of Wands. Gemini energy with your Eight of Swords. And Venus in Aries energy with the Four of Wands. You've then got Earth energy with your Ace of Coins, and the World is Saturn energy, so it's more Earth energy. And also you could, because of the presence of the World card, you could be dealing with another fixed sign like yourself. So you could be dealing with another Leo, a Taurus, a Scorpio, or an Aquarius. Okay, so the first thing that is jumping out for me in your read for this month, Leo, is the heavy presence of Saturn energy. Now, it's you also have Jupiter energy quite dominant in this read, but the main one is the Saturn energy, and Saturn pertains to restrictions, pessimism and your structure, and your Jupiter, that pertains to expansion, optimism and abundance. So I'm feeling here quite strongly with those two elements being quite dominant in this read. There's currently a lot of emphasis at the moment on you're trying to find that sweet spot between optimism and pessimism. All right, you're at the stage where you're trying not to be too pessimistic, and on the same token you're trying not to be too optimistic either. So you're currently trying to find that sort of sweet balance in between the both. And again, bearing in mind that you're a fixed sign as well, I think that's absolutely amazing that you're not trying to be too much of one energy at any given time. At the moment, you're being very, very flexible, actually, and I love seeing that in a fixed signs read. So you're really good at the moment with being able to bend with the wind. You're being amazing at changing your opinion when the new facts are presenting themselves. I think that's fantastic. Now, also with those two planets, you're currently focused on, I'm afraid I am going to speak the obvious here, given the current circumstances that are currently going on globally, but there is in your read a lot of emphasis on you currently restructuring your money, again with the Saturn and Jupiter elements being in this read. you're also restructuring your daily life as well, and you're trying to think about new ways on how to grow. Given the current circumstances, you're looking for new opportunities to expand on your businesses, on anything that pertains to finances. You really, as I say, you're doing really, really well here with bending with the wind, changing with the times, and restructuring yourself according to the new situations. Right, so that covers the planetary aspects in your read, and now I'm going to get into your tarot. Okay, so central to your read is the Empress. Now, it doesn't matter if you're male, female, anything in between, it makes no difference. There is no gender in tarot, but you are currently sitting in your power here with the Empress card, and the Empress, with that being Venus, earth energy. So again, your focus here is very heavily on the things that you can grow, because there's nothing worse for a fixed sign than stagnation. You do not like it. So yeah, you really focused very heavily on the things that you can control, the things that you can do, and you're doing it in the Empress energy, which is a very grounded, very realistic way as well. So it's gonna take quite a lot for you to be distracted from this current energy. However, there is a distraction, of course, there always is. So you're sitting in Empress mode. Again, male or female, makes no difference. You're taking charge. You're taking charge of your finances. You're taking charge of everything that you can. And also in this read, there is that sort of quiet acknowledgement of the things that you cannot change and the things that you cannot control. So you're quietly sort of respecting those things, and that is why you're redirecting your energy on the things that you can control. So we've got a cycle here with the World card and the Ace of Coins. In fact, really interesting. The World card pertains to lessons learnt and cycles closed, and the Ace of Coins is a brand new beginning. And as a combination, this has got to be my favourite combination of tarot. Old cycles ending and literally brand new ones are beginning for you. There are so many opportunities here. You are finding opportunities in the most unlikely of circumstances and in the most unlikely places as well. So you're completely utilising this current energy to your advantage, actually. You've taken on the challenge, but you haven't just taken it on. You're growing through it, and you're expanding quite rapidly through this current challenging atmosphere, which is incredibly powerful. Right. I'm seeing a little bit of a side energy here in your read, Leo, that pertains to a King of Coins energy. Now, for some of you, not all of you, again, this is a very specific branch off to the read, okay? And I always read those out as well, as and when I see them. So some of you have currently got issues with a boss, or a landlord, or someone else who has some kind of authority over you, right? There's an issue here between you and this individual, and this issue does pertain to the legal side of life. So this individual is currently doing something that is not strictly legal or is otherwise unfair. And the situation with that individual is going to be resolved, and it's going to go in your favour as well. So that's just your quick little side story. So any money worries and issues that have been dragged up by that particular individual, it is going to be resolved and it is going to go in your way. It's also going to be over and done with reasonably quickly as well, so that's not going to cause too much of an issue for what you've currently got going on. So yeah, it's a little bit of a distraction, something that you really could have done without, an argument that you could have done without having, but nonetheless it's there and it's showing up in your read. But they're also telling you it's going to go in your favour and it's going to be over and done with reasonably quickly, so minor inconvenience on that side. Now, as far as your personal life goes, we have got a very determined individual in your energy, Leo, and they are absolutely, I don't want to say desperate. Okay, they're desperate to have a conversation with you. This person has got something that they really need to get off their chest with you, and it is going to take the situation between you both to the next level. This individual is absolutely determined here to have this conversation with you, and it's literally, it's gonna kickstart a brand new cycle between you both, and the connection is heading straight towards a brand new beginning, because you've got the sun here. That's joy, success, celebration. This, whatever this issue is between you both, I'm looking here at that being resolved. And it's going to be resolved because we've got someone who is admitting to you here with the Four of Cups. See, this individual is going to admit to you that they were wrong. So I'm just going to pull some clarifiers and see if we can get anything else on that. Okay. Something else about this person that wants to speak to Leo, please. Yeah, it's just being clarified with the same cards here. Right. For some of you, this is somebody that you were married to. And for others of you, this pertains to an individual that would not make the commitment to you because that came out off balance. So for some of you, you were married to this individual and they have basically come to the realization that you were correct about something. I'm not seeing what, but you do have this individual that wants to speak to you about that and to basically start a new cycle here. But I'm feeling more of a new cycle of friendship because some of you actually do have little ones with your ex-spouse, and so it's very, very important that you both remain on good terms with each other for that reason. But there's, for others of you, this is an individual who refused to commit to you and they refused to tell you how they were feeling for some strange reason. For some of you, they wouldn't commit because they were already involved in another situation. That's why they were very Knight of Wands energy. That's why they were around you 1 minute and then the next minute nowhere to be seen. So there was some sort of deception here on this individual's part, and I'm seeing here that they're going to have a conversation, an apologetic conversation with you. See, this is an individual who didn't take the action when they had the chance to get this sorted. And because of that, you walked away. You closed the cycle on this particular individual because of their refusal to take action, to speak. I'm also feeling as well that for some of you, this particular individual keeps on doing the same thing over and over and over, and then they're not learning from their mistakes. And it's like you keep telling them where your boundaries are, but they either completely ignore it or they just don't get it. There is something very, very negligent about their energy towards you. In your guidance, you've got the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Wands. So straight away, I'm seeing two groups of Leos here that are on different stages of this particular timeline, because one group of Leos has already walked away from that individual and that situation, but another group of Leos hasn't done it yet, and that's why it's showing up here in the guidance that you've to walk away from that situation, because that particular individual, they just keep on repeating the same thing over and over and over to you, and that they're not learning what they need to learn here. They're really not. And for some of you, it's about that individual hasn't learned to take necessary action, and for others of you, the individual hasn't learnt how to be a little bit more forthcoming with their emotions. They're not very good at communicating to you. Basically, they just seem to make assumptions when it pertains to the connection with you, and it's like it doesn't matter how many times you've told them, they're just not getting it. So for those who haven't yet walked away from that particular situation, you are being told here, first and foremost, be aware of burning the candle at both ends. So you need to take a break. And if that means taking a break from this particular connection, then yes, absolutely do that. And basically for those who have already walked away from the situation, then the cards are indicating here that, yeah, actually you have done the correct thing by removing yourself from that situation, because it was just unrealistic trying to carry on in that way with you literally doing everything in that situation. But then we've got the Eight of Swords here. So some of you have been struggling here with a bit of a guilty conscience for either walking away or wanting to walk away, and you felt a bit mean. So they're telling you here, look, no, you had to free yourself from that situation. It wasn't serving you. It wasn't doing you any favours. You had literally no other choice but to walk away from that situation. So it's kind of like, because you're being directed here to focus on your own Four of Wands. See, that's your solid foundations, that's your stability, that's your that's family security, job security, all-round stability and security in all areas of your life with the Four of Wands. It's also the marriage card as well. So for some of you, actually, this individual is apologizing to you for basically overstepping the mark, for those of you where this actually is a romantic connection. This clearly pertains to an individual who's overstepped the mark with you, and you weren't interested in them in a romantic sense of the word. So that is who you've walked away from. Your Four of Wands also reinforces the previous message that we had out for you, which was that you need to take a break, because the Four of Wands pertains to holidays, taking some time off, it pertains to being content as well, and also mutual help. For those of you who have been in the situation where you've been doing everything by yourself, and that's really not fair or right, you're going to be investing your energies into situations that are more mutually beneficial for yourself, and they're telling you here not to feel guilty for wanting to do that. There's literally, you don't have anything here to feel guilty for. It's a very strange read because that branched off in quite a few different directions there. Leo Collective, please. I am feeling though that an individual has tried to overstep the mark here with you. Basically someone who you're not committed to has basically, you know, tried it on a bit with you there. Okay, we've got why, shaking your head in disbelief, frustrated, annoyed, focus on the solution rather than the problem. Right, I'm going to take the cards that flipped, because I will literally be here all week. So anything that flipped over, there we go. Okay. Right, love call. Someone expressing love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. We've got cheers, new beginnings, anniversary, milestone date, celebration, meeting new people and happiness. And then we've got Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation, or a meeting and hesitation. Yeah, I don't know why I'm feeling that someone has definitely tried to overstep the mark with you here, Leo. It's like either that individual is already married or you're already married, and this person is now saying, actually, I've got a bit of a thing for you, because they've been struck down by Cupid's arrow. And you're like, no, why are you trying to complicate my life? Why are you trying to complicate my already complicated issues? And in the meanwhile, somebody is trying to have a brand new beginning and a celebration with their current spouse, current partner. Is a strange one. Now, some of you might be dealing with a Cancerian, because I've just had a very similar timeline that came out for Cancers. So if you are dealing with a Cancer, then you might want to watch their reading. It was very, very similar. And yes, I have shuffled through every single card deck before every single read. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Yeah. I'm feeling very much like, Leo, someone has been bringing drama to your door. Unnecessarily as well. Okay, twin flames, your passion ignites and transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Right. Yeah, that is complicated. Some of you are already married and have just met your twin flame, which is now adding complications onto your current commitments. So some of you have had to walk away from your twin flame in order to save your marriage or prior commitment situation. Others of you are already in a commitment with your twin flame, and you've had an individual from the outside who's tried to come in. And I really hope that makes sense. So you're trying to disconnect yourself from anything that's social at the moment. That's literally what I'm seeing in your read. Okay, right, we've got conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. It says, that which is meant for me will not pass me by. Doors that close now will not reopen. It's time for you to get back on track, release control and let events unfold. So somebody within this situation has basically tried to control the situation to go in the direction that they want. I'm not feeling that that's from your side at all, Leo, because I was seeing that you're more focused on the things that you can control, and you had already released the need to control the things that were outside of your power. I mean, we saw that in your tarot. It was one of the first things that came out. So you're dealing here with an individual who they've got some kind of need, desire to control the situation with you, and that doesn't sit well with you. It really, really doesn't. That's why you're trying to disconnect. Yeah, look, see, we've got... Some of you are involved with a twin flame situation here. Somehow. Either you're married to them and you're trying to keep that connection protected from another individual who's trying to come in to your connection because they've got the hots for you. And others of you, your twin flame is the one that's on the outside trying to come in to your current committed connection. So we've got another 1111 card here. There is a twin flame around in your energy at the moment, Leo. Numbers in doubles, synchronicity in 2. Don't hold back your love now. Life is meant for you. And then palmistry, fortune and tarot, collective destiny. The palm lines from birth tell you secret palmistry. Leo, this is telling me that the individual you're dealing with is, or even you could be looking into tarot and looking into twin flames. This is someone here who is investigating connections, investigating, I don't like using the word occult. I really, really don't. Just because it carries so many negative connotations, but I can't think of the other word right now. But this is someone who is genning up on the occult side of life, trying to figure out what this connection is between you two. Or again, this could be you sort of looking into those sort of things, gaining knowledge. But both of them cards are very, very much along those lines. Little Luxuries generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. The festival creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event. An Arwen, 3 rays of light, balancing the male and female energies, peace and harmony. I'm actually feeling for a very, very small proportion of Leo that have just found their twin flame, and their twin flame is the one that is actually already in a situation committed elsewhere. Now, that individual, the chances are very, very high that your twin flame, if that pertains to you, then they will be ending their current committed situation in favour of the twin flame connection with you. But I'm also feeling really, really strongly here that a good proportion of you are actually trying to block out your twin flame. Definitely. And you're trying to focus once again on the things that you can control. Especially with that little luxuries card coming out as well. Yeah. Number 46, coming apart. And that is a 10 in tarot, and 10s pertain to affinity, eternity, cycles, completions. Completions are your number 10s, and endings, closure. Something's coming to an end here, Leo. So again, because I'm reading for so many of you, it's really difficult to pinpoint which direction you're sitting at specifically when it pertains to this energy. I am that nagging feeling that some of you are waiting for your twin flame to end a current commitment, and others of you are trying to block out your twin flame. So it literally is for you to decide where you're sitting for this. Before I read the healing message from the book that comes with this card, the first thing I want to point out is the amount of purple in this card. And your purples pertain to your intuition. That's your inner knowing, your higher knowing. Now, some of you, especially those who are investigating, researching, learning all about the hidden knowledge. I'm going to call it the hidden knowledge instead of using the word occult. It's just because it's been used in a derogatory term so often, and I don't like it. So, yeah. For those of you who are into the hidden knowledge and are knowledgeable or expanding your knowledge, you are highly intuitive, massively so. And they're telling you here, always listen to your higher knowing, because when you don't listen to your intuition, that is when you start running into trouble. So yeah, your intuition is already telling you pretty much everything that you need to know. Okay. Coming apart. Now is the time to take separate paths. The coming apart card is assigned to put an end to what is no longer working for you. Has a commitment been broken? Perhaps you need to break a promise or change course because you took on more than you could handle. This is a perfect time to reassess your goals and your values. Are your actions in alignment with what you believe in? Have you created a partnership that is not mutually beneficial? Separation, dissolution and dispersion are all in focus now. If someone wishes to break away from you, do not chase the relationship out of sense of a fear. The price that you'll pay will not be worth the prize. Separation brings good fortune. Wow, that's a very deep read, Leo. Some of you are trying to free yourself up for the twin flame. Some of you are trying to block out your twin flame, and some of you are waiting for your twin flame to take action on their current commitments, and you're waiting for those intuitive nudges, so that you can keep on top of the situation, basically. And some of you are bloody terrified of your twin flame connection. I mean, I can't say I blame you, to be completely honest. I understand. It's not an easy connection. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. So for those of you who are easily offended at swearing, then your read has ended now. Thank you very, very much for watching. And for those of you who don't give a shit, then this is the Rebel deck. It's very brutal and to the point. It works in exactly the same way as all of the other tarot and oracle, where it's for the viewers to decide what side of the table they're sitting at for every single card that comes out. Okay, so it's all still completely interchangeable. Right, so you've got lightning. Figure shit out on your own. Take a fucking trip. Go see some shit. Go do some new things. Talk to people cooler than you. I'd probably not go anywhere just now. Take a trip in your mind. Right, we've got what the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you're waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. You need a big fucking hug. Squee, get over yourself, pull your shit together, help people, give back, do good shit for humanity. Okay, so that is what I have for you, Leo. I nearly called you Taurus there. That is what I have for you, Leo. Please get in touch if that resonated for you, because I don't know what it is that I'm reading. I just have to trust my cards and the other messages as and when they come in. I do read all of your comments. I might not be able to reply to them all, but I absolutely do read them all and appreciate every interaction on my channel. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, then that information can be found on my pinned comments below. So thank you again, Leo. It's great timing because the cat has just decided to make a whole load of noise in his litter box. Please do take care out there, and we shall speak again soon. Bye.